Our guide broke a piece of ice off the glacier and told us to put it in our mouths. It was 1,000 years old, and we are standing on top of one of the most dangerous volcanoes in Iceland. Welcome to Katla. Before I take you inside, a little real talk. Getting to Katla wasn't easy. There are no normal roads here. Your ride is on a special modified jeep across an endless black sand, and the ride is really, really rough. We sat in the back, and let me just say, if you ever book this tour and you can grab a seat up front, do it. Your back will thank you later. But the view's worth every bump. The whole landscape around Katla is volcanic. The black sand you're walking on isn't sand at all. It's volcanic ash, ground down over thousands of years. Every grain of it was once part of an eruption. And then you see the glacier, sitting on top of the volcano like a sleeping giant. Some places you arrive at and you feel small. Katla is one of them. We meet our guide. He's very friendly, he's Icelandic, and you get to trust this person. He's very calm too. Here's what most people don't know about Katla. It's a subglacial volcano, meaning the volcano itself sits underneath a massive ice cap. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. The ice on top can be up to 700 meters thick, almost half a mile of ice, covering an active volcano. The crater underneath is about 10 kilometers wide. Now, remember in 2010 when that Iceland volcano shut down every flight in Europe? Grounded planes for weeks, stranded millions of people? That was called, I'm not gonna pronounce the name. Katla is much larger, and it's overdue. Katla has erupted at least 21 times in recorded history. The average gap between eruptions is about 50 years. The last major eruption was in 1918. That's over 100 years ago. Scientists have been watching it closely ever since. There are seismic stations all around it, GPS sensors, borehole strain meters, cameras, gas monitors. Our guide just smiled when one of us asked the obvious question. He said, "Don't worry, it's well monitored. We would have 2 weeks of warning." Our guide did say that usually we get 2 weeks warning, and we were like, 2 weeks is a long time, but still not as long as we would like. Our guide was so funny. He said, "If I start running, you follow me." That was really funny and scary. Okay, let's follow the guide. Walk with me and just try to enjoy the nature and the beauty of it all. There seems to be water. Oh, yeah, he did say there's a glacier that flooded and it's in control. You know that sweater he's wearing? That's a native Icelandic sweater. I'm gonna get a souvenir. It looks beautiful. And he did say that you'll get fake ones, don't buy them. I'll put a link here too.
Size 10.
Okay guys, here we see a crampon, and there is 3 holes in the front and 2 holes in the back. And very important thing is smell now. Because sometimes people are taking them off the turns like this. So very easy to and just like that. And I will give you will tell me your sizes and I will give you considering them. And also one thing, when we walk on crampons, we just walk normally. And when we are on the ice, this is a normal walk. We are walking downwards, it's a better if you stiff and fall. And also, you will learn it very quickly how to trust them. They are incredible good how they are. And also one thing it's an important thing.
Now we're here at the crampons place. So the guy distributes the crampons and shows us how to put it on.
Okay.
And then
it's yours here, and you are
tells us what's the benefit of that.
I can take a 10.
It's just that you won't slip and fall, I guess. Some of us had trouble, but he did help us, which is a very nice gesture.
Like for us, the parking lot was a little bit further down.
Yeah.
And when we are putting the cameras on there and walking up here, then we used 40% more.
Oh damn.
Because it was very loud.
Yeah.
On the side.
Yeah, you wanna typically put it on just before the ice.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
We started walking. The first thing that hits you is the color, or really the lack of it. Black sand, white ice, gray sky. That's the whole world here. And then you get closer to the glacier itself, and you start to notice something strange about the ice. It's not white, it's not blue, it's layered. Every dark stripe you see in this ice is volcanic ash, frozen into the glacier from past eruptions. Each black line is a different chapter of Iceland's history, preserved in ice for centuries. The lighter the line, the smaller the eruption. The darker the line, the bigger the event. You're not walking past geology, you're walking through a timeline. Some of these black layers are from 1918. Some are older than that, some are older than anyone alive can prove. And they're all just sitting here, waiting for the next eruption to add a new line.
have a professional hand holder if you need some help. Not to be any safety of your job. Some people are afraid of height, some people are afraid of being in a claustrophobia or something like that. Don't be afraid. I will help you through this.
Look at the lava frozen in the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
Just like fungal layer.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's very, so many things strange and nice.
Yeah. Such a stunning country. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Everybody good?
And then he stopped, and then he dug out this glacier with his tool, and he just hit the ground. Crystal clear ice came up like glass, like something carved. He picked up a piece, turned to us, and said, "It's clean, put it in your mouth. It'll melt and keep you hydrated." You're watching the process. So we did. This ice has been frozen for almost 1,000 years. 1,000 years. The cleanest water any of us had ever tasted. It melted on the tongue, and it just tasted like nothing, like the absence of everything, pure. I still can taste it because it has no taste. Some of us started to dig our own glaciers out and then try to get some ice out. It was fun. Travel does this to you sometimes. Most days are good, some days are great, and then every once in a long while you have a moment where the whole world just stops and you realize, oh, this is why I do this. 1,000 years in my mouth inside a volcano. I don't think I'll ever forget the way the ice tasted. Now I can't wait to see the cave. The ice cave, that is. I only came to see the cave, to be honest. But I saw a lot more things I can't forget my entire life. We are now heading towards the cave. I am super excited. The cave entrance was just ahead. You could see it in the distance, a dark opening in the side of the glacier. Our guide explained how these caves actually form, and it's wild. They start as a tiny hole, sometimes no bigger than the tip of a finger. Water pressure pushes through, then wind gets in, then heat, and over time, months, years, they grow bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually a person can walk inside. Or maybe it'll be slightly bigger or more completely gone or shaped differently or buried under new ice, which is exactly why I wanted to film it, because what we saw is something that has only existed for a few months and won't exist much longer. We stepped in. The walls were blue, not pale blue, not sky blue, electric blue, deep, impossible breathing blue, straight with black ash, smooth in some places, rough in others, like the ice had been carved by hand. Above us, the glacier was still moving slowly, silently, the way it has been for centuries. A river of ice, half a mile thick, sliding down from the volcano above. Our guide put it perfectly. He said the cave is like art. The black, the glacier, the walls, the rivers, how they all come together is amazing. He was right. The texture of the walls, the light filters through the ice, how the color shifting, depends on where you stand. Some sections look like waves frozen mid-motion. Some look like something underwater. Some look like nothing on Earth at all. Yeah, I did feel like I was in Mars. Although I don't know how Mars looks like. Sometimes you travel for photos, sometimes you travel for food, sometimes you travel for the story you get to tell when you go home. And sometimes you travel for the moments where you just stop and you don't think about anything at all. You just stand there, listening to the glacier, looking at blue ice and black ash, feeling very, very small. Those are the trips that change you. I keep thinking about places like this. Places that won't be here next year. Places most people will only see in videos. Places that exist for a few months in a country most people will never visit. In a season most people stay home. If you're watching and you ever thought about going to Iceland, please just go. If you want to book this exact tour, the same guide, the same cave, the same experience, well, I don't know. I can't promise the same guide. I left the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which means it costs you nothing extra, but it helps support the channel so I can keep making videos like this one. And if you made it this far, thank you. Genuinely, I know 25 minutes or more is a long time and you choose to spend it here with me. Hit subscribe if you want to come with me to the next place. I have Florence coming, Nice, Paris, and more. Iceland gave me a lot, but this was the one I'll never forget. See you in the next one.